I first heard about sugar when I met Professor Alan Simpson, June, Isaac and Jagadish at the NVNR conference at Oxford in 2010. I particularly remember them because Isaac and Jagadish gave me their headphones to go on the big bus, which was very kind of them, and I've never forgotten that, nor how they said that the experience of sugar had changed their lives. When my head of school said I could go on sabbatical in the second half of 2013, I immediately thought of sugar, and I was thrilled when Professor Alan Simpson said that I could come and spend 5 months working with him and sugar on issues about setting up such a group and also about cultural safety and how that might be useful in research. I was really welcomed into the group and quickly felt that I had always been there. What I loved most about sugar was their clear-eyed views on research that was presented to them, and very often they turned the research projects on their head. I remember one project that focused on mental health service and service users' engagement, and how the service users pointed out that often what services think is service engagement, such as full compliance and medication and the works, could be seen quite differently by consumers for whom making an appointment is an example of service engagement. I was also really keen on how they thought about, just reminding researchers that practical constraints such as transport, for example, and income can limit service engagement as services defined it. Back in Brisbane at the same time, our work with 14 service users and carers was progressing, and we have a poster presentation coming up at the Australian Congress of Mental Health Nurses 40th Jubilee Conference in October. And it's very interesting that our participants identified some very similar things to the sugar group. And they talked about the dynamics of working in such a diverse group and having to overcome their fears of stigma and tokenism, and then the fantastic outcome of engaging with new and complex ideas and finding that their work and their experiences are valued. I'm really keen to set up this group in Brisbane, and hope I can emulate how the sugar groups talked about the need for supportive, flexible and nurturing leadership, as they found with Professor Len Bowers, Prof Al Simpson and Julia Jones. Thanks heaps for inspiring me, Sugar, and letting me be part of you guys for just a little while.